Every day I have to remind myself also that it's a blessing, because sometimes you just get caught up in, oh, I have to do my rounds of chanting, and I have to sit down again, and then there's so much other things to do, seva to do, and but then I have to remind myself, I'm blessed to be here. People had to leave because of different issues, health issues. They had to leave. They could not finish the sadhana, which is also another blessing, that this got revealed to them, that they have to work on something. Every day that we are here, each chant that we are doing, each round of Lalita Sahasranama that we are doing, each yagya that we are doing is a blessing, and is some kind of protection of Ma also, that we can be here.
So for me, it was like, from the beginning, living between Samudramantan and bliss, Samudramantan and bliss, because there is a churning, and it can manifest on any level, mental level, emotional level, physical level.
I didn't have any understanding of the kind of sadhana that Swamiji is doing, or that he's teaching in the sense of mantra sadhana. For me, my understanding of sadhana was coming from the yogic background in teacher training. Sadhana is just your daily practice, your own personal practice. And then getting to know about Swamiji, and also being with Ashish, I got to know about this kind of sadhana, mantra sadhana, over a specific amount of time. But I didn't know what Sri Suktam is, I didn't know what Lalita Sahasranama is, what Vishnu Sahasranama is. So I'm kind of like, I was always just thrown into the cold water, we would say in German, when these sadhanas were happening. But coming back to that very first time that we met Swamiji one-on-one, he was saying one thing which I still remember. He said, "You are here because Ma wants you here for a reason." And it didn't make any sense to me at that time. Like, what could be that reason? We are not special. Why would we be like, we are just here once and then we go, but let's see what life brings. And then in the past, not even 2 years, in December 23 we came for the first time, so it's not even 2 years, but we did so many sadhanas with Swamiji, using the sadhana app or the sadhana tablet also. We were one of the first ones when it came out to order the sadhana tablet. So just using this and getting more into that, kind of practice and just growth on the spiritual path. But looking back now, I was just reflecting the other day for myself, these not even 2 years were like an accelerator for me, meeting Swamiji from the first time and just doing all these practices. Like, if you would have told me 5 years ago, I wouldn't even know what you're talking about. But then, coming here and doing the sadhana with Swamiji, the first one was Sri Suktam. Before that, before we came here and did the live sadhana with Swamiji, we were like, okay, we have to at least do a Ganapati sadhana. You did before, but I did not do any sadhana before. So we did Uchishta Ganapati sadhana with the help of Sadhana app, right? At that time in the house. Just, before we go into Sri Suktam, to do at least Ganapati sadhana. So that was my first time doing this. And I think I did for 30 days at home. At that time, Shalini Om, which we got to know here in the ashram also, so many connections here in the ashram, she was also kind of pushing us and supporting, let's say, not pushing, but supporting us, because she was here. She had all the notes from Swamiji when he was giving instructions on the sadhana and the discourse. So she was helping us. She was bringing us modaks to offer to Ganapati. So that was the first sadhana that we did with the help of Om Swamiji, but not with him live. And then we came for Sri Suktam, doing this whole yagya with him, hearing his voice and being in this presence with this big group, I think 300 people or what, in that yagya shala. So such a special experience. And then we did the other sadhanas, Mahavishnu sadhana, what else was Navarana mantra sadhana with Brahmachari Parak Omji. So sadhana after sadhana, and coming like fast forward to this sadhana, Lalita Sahasranama. Again, I didn't know much about it. I knew that it is chanted in the mandir every day here in the ashram, but I've never chanted it myself. So 1 month before, I think, in the house, we were sitting down together. Ashish was practicing with me and like teaching me how to pronounce and how to say and the meanings and these things. I still don't know all of it by heart, but still I was kind of, okay, I can do this, because I was doubting myself. Can I do it? should I do it? Like if I'm not really prepared, but I remember that sentence of Swamiji, you are here for a reason. Ma wants you here. And I remember the first day when we did the yagya, evening yagya in this case. With Swamiji, it was always morning yagya. Here with Brahmachariji, it's the evening yagya. And with every step, every word, every time that he's explaining something, you can feel this devotion and this surrender towards Ma and Swamiji. I wish to have just one little portion of that devotion and that bhav that he's doing the yagya with. Being in this presence of him in this bhav and just seeing how he's doing. And also following his journey, knowing him before he was initiated into brahmacharya, sannyas. And then even we were online when this was announced in Mahavishnu Sadhana, in the English one, I think. And we were like, oh my God, this is so nice. I was so happy for him because it feels like, without knowing him or having talked to him before, I was like, this is a Guru Bhai, and he got initiated now with Swamiji. He's taking his next step. And I was like, I got emotional, like seeing this and now seeing him here and doing the sadhana with him. It's just a blessing. Every day I have to remind myself also that it's a blessing, because sometimes you just get caught up in, oh, I have to do my rounds of chanting, and I have to sit down again. And then there's so much other things to do, seva to do. And but then I have to remind myself, I'm blessed to be here. People had to leave because of different issues, health issues. They had to leave. They could not finish the sadhana, which is also another blessing, that this got revealed to them that they have to work on something. Every day that we are here, each chant that we are doing, each round of Lalita Sahasranama that we are doing, each yagya that we are doing is a blessing and is some kind of protection of Ma also, that we can be here.
The whole experience, I'm thinking, given when it started, like you said, some people have to leave, right? Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because they discovered they have health issues, right? So that's blessing if you look from what angle you look at, right? But I felt there was a lot of at least I think it depends on where we are on our individual journeys, but a lot of purification. So for me, it was like from the beginning, it was like a journey between, a flow between like living between Samudramantan and bliss, Samudramantan and bliss, because there is a churning, and it can manifest on any level, mental level, emotional level, physical level. Like Marie, I had physical things coming up out of nowhere, and I was like, Ma, why now? And she's like, surrender, my child, surrender, so we still hope everything will be, taken care of. But that purification process, I think, is inevitable on any sadhana we do. It's not all morning glory. No. The phal, the fruit, the result is going to come whenever she decides to give that final darshan. Because from Agya Chakra to Sahasrara, it's not our choice. It's her will. So, but we have to do our part in the meantime. And when she feels that we are purified enough and we're ready for that final darshan, she's gonna give it to us. Like Swami just said, his ultimate task on this journey to make us independent. That's the whole point of this journey. If we're becoming dependent, at some point it becomes a block on our journey. It becomes an obstacle. Because there is an attachment, and Ma she says, nirlepa, and you have to, that vairagya has to be in place on this journey. And it's a very painful process, maybe. And he's been working so hard on the Sadhana app and Tantra Sadhana app to share, so kindly and compassionately, to share those amazing practices that we can all tap into those energies. And in the beginning, I was also a little bit, because I told I'm old school. I like everything traditional from the roots, But because I had my own experiences in those sadhanas that I've been doing on the apps, and some mind-blowing experience, I know that they're real. This is for real. If you're truly looking for not just spiritual place, but spiritual place that is saturated with purity, I mean, this is Sri Bhadrika Ashram. And I'm being honest. And I'm sure there are many other places, and maybe I've not been to many other places. But this place breathes purity, sanctity, and these energies, Ma Sri Hari's energies, have been awaken here. So it's a catalyst for whatever sadhana or practice you're doing or meditation. And you'll often, if you're already on the path, let's say, it's not that you have to meditate. Meditation is happening already here. You just sit and you're plugged into those energies naturally. And things just start evolving and unfolding, and you're on your journey.
स्वामी जी के बारे में या फिर आश्रम के बारे में अगर मैं किसी को संदेश दूं तो उनको तो देने की आवश्यकता नहीं जो यहाँ आ चुके हैं या जो आ रहे हैं। यदि आप नए हैं और वीडियोस को देखते देखते या फिर स्वामी जी की पुस्तक को पढ़ते पढ़ते या फिर स्वामी जी ने जो भी ऐप बनाए हैं उनको प्रयोग करते करते आपके मन में ये भाव उठता है कि थोड़ा इस जो जर्नी है इसको थोड़ा आगे लेके जाके आश्रम जाते हैं, स्वामी जी से मिलने की इच्छा भी मन में आए, तो समझ लीजिए कि आप पर माँ की पूर्ण कृपा अविरत बहनी आरंभ हो गई है। ये आसान बात नहीं है। जैसे कोई अत्यंत गरीब व्यक्ति के पास कोई आइडिया आ जाए, रिसोर्स आ जाए और मन में भाव भी आ जाए बिजनेस करने का, समझ लेना चाहिए कि ये कुछ कर लेगा। ये बिल्कुल वैसा ही है कि जब हमारे पास कुछ नहीं है तब स्वामी जी के प्रति जुड़ने की और आश्रम आने की मन में जब भाव आ गया, यानी आपको बुलावा आ गया है।